Mix it in there. And also that one, the mint, the oregano together.
Wow.
Before the Instant Pot, air fryer, slow cooker, there was the classic clay pot. Loved all around the world, and Mexico is not the exception because it concentrates flavors, making delicious food. Plus, they're beautiful to work with. That's why even though using a clay pot is not necessary to make frijoles de la olla, we've chosen to do so because it's the best way to go back in time and stays embedded in you. Let's talk about beans. I'm gonna be using peruano, but there's a few options. You can use pinto, red, or even black. I'm using a pound, but we do have to sort through them to remove any broken beans, damaged ones, stones, or dirt. For the most part, here in the United States, they're pretty clean, but when we go to Mexico, it's a must. Plus, most people just take the time to sit outside their house, watch people walk by as they do this task. Give them a quick rinse. These are ready to go straight into the pot. Now, if you don't have a clay pot, you don't have to miss out on this delicious recipe. Just use a regular pot. Grab a white onion and a head of garlic. This recipe is so easy to make and it's the base for so many Mexican dishes. And at the end, I'm gonna show you a few combinations that you're just gonna love. We're only using half of that white onion. Remove that top peel. Into the pot it goes, nothing fancy here. Take the garlic and slice that end off to expose the cloves. Now 3 bay leaves. 3 sprigs of fresh oregano. For my special ingredient, epazote, a little bit goes a long way. It has a very distinctive but super delicious flavor, so that's why I'm only using 2 sprigs. You can find it at any Mexican store, but if you can't, it is what it is, just omit it. Finish it off with 12 cups of water. I know there's a split of opinions when it comes to adding salt either at the end or at the beginning of the cooking process. I was taught to do it at the end. I prefer to do it that way, but do as you like. Growing up, if you ever asked to go eat out, they would say, hay frijoles en la casa. There's beans at home. So if you grew up in a Hispanic household, you most likely grew up on beans. If you're using a regular pot, bring it up to a boil over medium-high heat, but I'm using a clay one, so I like to bring it up to a boil gradually. I'm gonna start it off at medium-low and just keep increasing it until I reach a full rolling boil. It's also important to know that these take a little bit longer to reach that temperature, but once they do, they retain it really well, making for a wonderful cooking experience. At this point, lower the heat to medium-low because we're gonna cook these for about 2 hours on a gentle simmer. Just cover it and wait for them to become tender. This looks like $1 million and it's so inexpensive and it tastes so good as well. Just remove the onion so we can make our way into those beans. Feel free to remove some of those herbs if you like. I'm gonna keep them there because I actually like to see them in the broth. I love to hold conversations with my father because he tells me about our culture, foods, and in this case, when we were talking about frijoles de la olla, he mentioned that all they cooked them with was basically salt because there wasn't much to add to them. But this next step is where we take it up a notch and turn them into a whole meal. For now, just add salt to taste. Time to serve them up. This one's gonna be done my dad's way. The first thing is I made some pico de gallo. It has tomato, red onion, cilantro, lime juice, salt. The only thing I didn't add was the pepper because I'm gonna add that separately. Next, do some crumbled queso fresco. Didn't I tell you this is a full meal? This next one's gonna be a little surprising for many of you, but to us, it is very common because we grew up around mango trees. So we like to add diced up green mangoes, not even ripe, because we love that acidity in there. Now, I couldn't find the fresh kind, so I had to get frozen ones. Just thaw them out and dice them up. Add a few slices of your preferred type of pepper. I'm doing Serrano. A few rábano slices. Take a look at that. This is so good. A gift from my father to you all. Our second combination is gonna have Mexican salsa. Both of the links to the Pico de Gallo and the salsa are gonna be down in the description area so you can take a look at them. I typically add cilantro and onion at the end to the salsa, but I didn't because I have the Pico de Gallo that's gonna go into the beans. So I guess that's the only thing that I did different when it comes to the salsa. Add a spoonful in there. Pico. Crumbled queso fresco. A few mint leaves which I thinly sliced. Mexican dry oregano, just a pinch. Beautiful. Our last and final combination is gonna have some chiles de árbol. Feel free to toast them a little bit before adding them in here. Just break them in. In here, I'm gonna add cubed up panela cheese, which is not gonna fully melt. It's just gonna kind of soften, and it's so good. Sliced spring onions. A few radishes for some crunchiness that you're gonna love so much. Chicharrones. And finally, some diced avocado. That acidity is a must. Do a touch of lime juice. Let's go through the lineup and enjoy every single aspect of each bowl. Here, we have to have corn tortillas. Just know that you can mix and match all of these toppings, make them your own, whatever is appealing to you. How's that? Mix it in there.
The Pico de Gallo makes such a big difference.
And he's having my dad's way. It has the, ooh, tell them about the green mango.
Brings back memories.
Yes.
That's how we used to eat it when we were little.
Yeah?
Wow. This is why we see your dad sharing pictures on social media all the time about beans.
My dad, this right here is his weakness. I have to try the one with the mint.
Pass me the tortillas. My goodness.
And also that one, the mint, the oregano together. Whoa. It's crazy. I'm loving it. The salsa, right?
The mint. We need to have oregano in all of them.
I think I'm on this one with you.
Yeah, I didn't have any of the
pork rinds, yeah. Chicharrones. Try these at home. Let us know how it went down in the comments area. And you can follow us on all of our social media platforms.
Wow.
The full print of our recipe is going to be available on villacocina.com. You cannot miss out. It is incredible. That's it.
Amazing.
You have anything else to say?
Let's keep on eating.
Right? Okay. Until the next one. Bye, everyone.